Hey guys, this is Nick. We're back with the list of best new PC games to play in October 2020. Many of you gamers are always eager to explore the new games, and that's exactly what we feature here for you. So without further delay, let's check out the best PC games of this month. Starting off the list, Watch Dogs Legion. It is an upcoming third person action adventure game developed by Ubisoft. The game is set within an open world, a fictionalized representation of London, and will feature the ability to control multiple characters that can be recruited across the game's setting and who can be permanently lost during the course of a playthrough, providing a more dynamic influence on the game's narrative. Missions can be freely undertaken at any time, allowing players to partake in any side activities they wish to perform or search the city for any hidden secrets. Every mission in game can be approached by completing objectives using either an open combat approach, stealth to avoid enemies, or hacking to create traps, distractions, or to locate the objective via cameras. Players can also join a team of up to 4 players in cooperative gameplay, sharing progression between single player and multiplayer modes. Next on the list, Star Wars Squadrons. It is an upcoming space combat game set in the Star Wars universe. This game's story is set after Return of the Jedi. In game, the player takes control of ships from the Galactic Empire and the New Republic Navy. In these ships, they can utilize the movement of power between the ship's functions of weaponry, shields, and engines to defeat their opponents in combat. Ships from the Galactic Empire do not have shields, resulting in other additions to their class in pursuit of giving players of both teams equal opportunities. As players earn more experience, they can unlock new weaponry, shields, upgrades, and various cosmetic items for their pilot and their ship. There are 4 classes of ships for both sides, including Fighter, Interceptor, Bomber, and Support class. The game features 2 multiplayer modes and a single-player story mode. The game comes with cross-platform play enabled and can be played in VR headsets. Next, Baldur's Gate 3. It is an upcoming role playing video game and is the third main game in the Baldur's Gate series. It's based on the Dungeons and Dragons tabletop role playing system. The game offers both a single player and a cooperative multiplayer element. Players can choose from a wide selection of D&D races and classes or play as an origin character with a handcrafted background to explore the game's history. Players will be able to team up online with other players to form a party. Unlike the previous Baldur's Gate games, Baldur's Gate 3 combat would be turn-based, similar to Divinity Original Sin. The turn-based system will feature team-based initiative, advantage and disadvantage, and role modifiers join combat cameras, expanded environmental interactions, and a new fluidity in combat. You are given an unprecedented freedom to explore, experiment, and interact with the world that reacts to your choices. Moving on to Raji, an ancient epic. It is an action-adventure game set in ancient India. Raji, a young girl, is chosen by the gods to stand against the demonic invasion of the human realm. Her destiny is to rescue her younger brother and face the demon lord Mahabalasura. The game offers diverse weapons and powers gifted to Raji by the gods. Mastering them all is vital to easily kill demonic hordes, which skillfully adapt to each and every situation, so different types of weapons are needed to kill different types of enemies. Every corner of the game's environment is drawn in the native art style and combines hand-painted textures rendered in 3D, giving Raji an ancient epic a stunning and unique visual quality. So generally, the game features quests, tightly packed battles against ferocious demons and bosses, ancient puzzles, massive forts and palaces, and a sibling story who find themselves at the center of a divine war. Next, FIFA 21. It is a football simulation game and it is the 28th installment in the FIFA series. The game features over 700 teams in 90 plus stadiums and more than 30 leagues from all over the globe. FIFA 21 offers 3 different game modes, which include Career Mode, Ultimate Team, Volta Mode, and House Rules. In Career Mode, the player manages their team in licensed versions of the world's biggest competitions, including the UEFA Champions League, Premier League, etc. The Volta Mode treats you with social street football experience. Joining together with up to 3 friends, here you can create your avatar with the freshest gear and show off your style. The Ultimate Team mode lets you build your dream squad of players from past and present. It also has a new co-op mode, a way to team up with a friend online and cooperate for rewards. And at last, House Rules, where you can play matches that follow a different set of rules, or even no rules at all. Next on the list, Amnesia Rebirth. It is a first-person narrative horror game, and it's sequel to the original Amnesia: The Dark Descent, where you have to pull together the fragments of your shattered past in order to survive the pitiless horror that threatens to devour you. The story takes place in an Algerian desert where a woman named Tassi Trianon has to survive otherworldly looking monstrosities with no more than her wits and some limited supplies. In order to progress further, a lot of exploration is to be done, puzzles to be solved, and limited mental and physical resources to be managed. You will encounter horrific creatures, and understanding of the world is the only way to escape them. The management of resources plays a vital role in surviving the game's challenges. The game has uncanny environments from scorched deserts and dark caves to forgotten ruins and alien landscapes. Moving on to Remothered, Broken Porcelain. It is a survival horror video game, and it is the second chapter of the award-winning Remothered series. After the protagonist's expulsion from an all-girls boarding school, the rebellious Jen suffers an injury attempting to escape the Ashman Inn, where she was sent to serve as one of its maids. The game introduces new gameplay and storytelling elements that breathe new life into the characters and an unprecedented level of immersion in the haunting adventure, making this game playable for both new and returning fans of the series. The game features stealthy gameplay where you can roam among the shadows of the Ashman Inn and use everything at your disposal to distract enemies for a resourceful escape. The game offers challenging puzzles, expanded lore, and a haunting soundtrack that transforms the dark and gloomy atmosphere into a scary experience. Next, Ghost Runner. It is a hardcore first-person perspective slasher game packed with lightning-fast action, set in a grim cyberpunk megastructure. The game is set in the future after a global cataclysm. A city in a giant tower is the last bastion of humanity, where violence and poverty lead to a rebellion. Players assume the role of a hero who can fight both the physical world and in cyberspace. Your main objective is to make your way from the bottom up to the top, confront the tyrannical Keymaster, and get your revenge. You can silence your enemies with a monomolecular katana and dodge bullets. The game has a one-hit, one-kill mechanic, which makes combat fast and intense. So you have to use your superior mobility and frequent checkpoints to engage in a never-ending combat. Ghost Runner offers a fast-paced combat experience that blends cyberpunk fiction with a post-apocalyptic theme. Next on the list, The Survivalists. It's an adventure-filled survival sandbox set in the Escapist universe, where you can explore, build, craft, and even train monkeys with up to 3 friends in a bid to survive. The world in-game will change with day and night cycles as you explore and uncover its secrets. You can hunt animals for food and other unique enemies. You can gather different resources and discover recipes to expand your options across food, items, or structure crafting trees. There are quests which can be found washed up on the beach or received from the mysterious strangers from across the island. The game has a unique mechanic called the Mimic System, which enables monkeys to mimic you and perform a wide variety of tasks. So if you're in need of a builder, a lumberjack, or even a soldier, the monkeys on the island can be tamed to help you with your tasks or raids. This weird monkey management is the key to survive the island's challenges. And last but not least, the Dark Pictures anthology, Little Hope. It is an interactive drama survival horror video game and is the second of 8 planned installments in the Dark Pictures anthology series. The game is played from a third-person perspective in which the player controls 5 characters who are trapped in a ghost town. Throughout the game, the player needs to choose different dialogue options, which can influence the course of the narrative and the relationships between the characters. The game can be played multiple times as there are multiple endings based on the decisions that the player makes. Depending on the choices of the players, all characters can die by the end of the story. Action sequences mainly feature quick-time events, most of which can lead to dire consequences for the characters. The game has multiplayer modes, including shared memory mode and movie night mode, where up to 5 players pass the controller at each turn to play turn by turn. And that was all for this month. If you need to share your story with us, use the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you liked the video and subscribe to see more in the future. Stay safe, and we'll be back next time.